You believe immunity belongs to the body. White blood cells, antibodies, vaccines. But there is another immune system you were never taught about. It operates silently, automatically, without your consent. It activates not when bacteria attack, but when reality itself threatens your emotional stability. Psychologists call it the psychological immune system. It is the reason heartbreak doesn't destroy you, why humiliation fades, why failure eventually feels not that bad, and also why you lie to yourself without knowing it. This system does not ask whether its protection is accurate. It only asks one question: will this belief keep you functioning? Truth is optional. Survival is not. Your ancestors did not die from sadness, but despair made them stop hunting. Shame made them leave the group. Hopelessness made them freeze. Natural selection favored minds that could repair emotional damage quickly. Pain, unlike injury, had to be neutralized internally. So evolution engineered a solution. A network of unconscious mental defenses that reinterpret events, soften blows, and preserve self-coherence. You do not decide to activate it. It activates you. Every human carries a fragile psychological structure. Identity, self-worth, sense of control, belief that life is coherent. When reality fractures this structure, the psychological immune system performs meaning repair. Does this through rationalization, a self-justification, selective memory, downward comparison, a narrative rewriting, not to deceive but to stabilize. Your mind behaves like an emergency editor. Facts are negotiable. Continuity is not. You fail an exam. Immediately, the mind responds. The test was unfair. The teacher dislikes me. It wasn't important anyway. This is not weakness. It is cognitive immunology. Rationalization neutralizes self-threat by shifting blame away from identity. If failure meant you are incapable, your motivation system would collapse. So the mind edits the interpretation instead. Not because it's true, but because it keeps the system online. After a decision is made, the psychological immune system activates aggressively. Studies show people grow to prefer what they already chose, even if the choice was random. Why? Because regret destabilizes identity. The immune system rewrites value. I didn't want the other option anyway. This protects your sense of agency. Freedom feels unbearable if every path remains open in hindsight. So the mind closes doors retroactively. Memory is not an archive. It is a pharmacy. Painful memories fade faster than joyful ones. Not accidentally. The psychological immune system selectively dulls emotional intensity over time, a process called fading effect bias. Your worst embarrassments feel distant. Your sharpest grief loses its edges. If memory remained vivid, trauma would paralyze. So the mind anesthetizes the past. When threatened, the mind compares downward. You lose your job, but notice someone who lost more. You feel unattractive, but spot someone judged harsher. This is not cruelty. It is emotional triage. By lowering relative threat, the immune system restores balance. Self-esteem is preserved not by excellence, but by context. Humans overestimate control. You believe effort guarantees outcomes, that justice exists, that things happen for a reason. These beliefs are psychologically protective myths. The immune system installs them because randomness is corrosive. Meaninglessness triggers anxiety. So the mind manufactures causality. False certainty is calmer than honest chaos. Here is the danger. An immune system that overreacts becomes autoimmune. Chronic rationalization blocks learning. A self-justification prevents growth. A narrative repair becomes delusion. You stop adapting. The same system that protects your ego can imprison it. Growth requires tolerating psychological pain. The immune system resists this. In depression, the psychological immune system weakens. People become brutally realistic. They stop self-enhancing illusions. This is why depressed individuals often score more accurately on self-assessments. But accuracy without hope is dangerous. The system evolved to prioritize function, not truth. After trauma, the immune system may become hypervigilant. The world is reinterpreted as unsafe. Threat detection goes into overdrive. This is psychological inflammation. Protective but exhausting. Healing does not mean disabling defenses. It means retraining them. Every belief you hold about yourself has passed through immune filters. Your confidence, your excuses, your life story. Some are adaptive lies. Some are stabilizing myths. Some are barriers. The mind is not a truth machine. It is a survival machine. You cannot shut it off. But you can observe it. Awareness weakens automaticity. What story is my mind telling to protect me? What discomfort is being avoided? What truth might help me grow? Psychological strength is not invulnerability. It is selective vulnerability. Your psychological immune system has saved you countless times. Carried you through heartbreak, through shame, through failure. It protected you when you were too fragile to face reality raw. But maturity is knowing when to thank it, and when to step beyond it. Because the same system that keeps you safe can keep you small, and growth begins where protection ends.